right, hey everybody, how you doing? Welcome back. I have a video for you today. What is the best Zippo butane insert in the cold? I'm going to be reviewing them all, going over temperatures and working conditions and what you can expect to receive from them having it outside in the cold. I just wanted to let everyone know, don't forget to subscribe. Everything like that on the channel helps. Make sure you like it, comment, do whatever you want. It really helps with it. And now I'll get into the lighters themselves. These are the customs I've been using for the last few weeks. I just switch inserts into whatever one I want to use. And now that winter's coming to an end, I've been testing these butane inserts all winter because I've been outside lots just to see at what temperatures do they stop working and how long can you have them in until they don't. And I'll be going from least to best in the video, so obviously the last one I talk about will be the best one. So first off, we got the double torch. I've been carrying it in my Venom Custom. It's a great lighter, lights up first strike almost every single time, but it performs the absolute worst in the cold. Just to give you an example, if I go outside for 2 hours and it's 4 or 5 degrees out, like, I don't know what Fahrenheit is, guys, so you'll have to do all the math on this. I only know Celsius. Whatever this equals out to in American, you do the math, man. I can bring this outside and about 4 or 5 degrees Celsius, it'll stop working after a couple hours in my outside pocket. Now, obviously, if I keep that on my inside breast pocket close to my chest, it'll keep the lighter warm enough you won't have this issue. But, like, I'm wearing ski pants and a coat and trying to open all that stuff to grab my lighter every half hour. It's a pain in the butt. I like keeping it on the outside pocket. That's why I use fluid in the winter. So the double torch performs the worst for some reason. It could just get a little cold and stop working. I don't know why. It's just the same thing as a single torch, but with double the torch. I don't know why it's any worse, but it just seems to be it is. From all the tests I do, it lasts the least amount of time outside. The single torch, it can do just a little bit better, but not much. You'd be surprised. So the single torch, now I keep it in my 41 Custom I made. Great lighter. The piezoelectric striker is on the end of its life, though. It used to light up first strike every time. Now it takes about 4 or 5. I think there it took 2 or 3, not a big deal, but is what it is. So this one, it's basically the same temperature. You bring it outside, 4 or 5 degrees, couple hours in your pocket, it won't work anymore. You bring it out in 0 degrees, and 0 degrees Celsius, that's freezing here in Canada. That's where water starts to freeze. You're lucky if you get a half hour out of this thing in your outside pocket. Half hour, it basically stops working. But like I said, you keep it inside your coat, close to your chest. These will work all winter. Like, it's not like these don't work in the cold. It's, if you keep them warm in the cold, they will work. That's basically what it is. So now we move on to the best. I have my Rose Gold Armor Deep Carve. Absolutely love this lighter. It's my everyday absolute carry. I have the Yellow Flame insert in it. Running out of butane. Haven't filled it in a while. This thing rocks, man. This thing is actually really, really good in the cold. I was completely surprised at the results. I didn't have high expectations for it. I thought it was going to do even worse than it did, but it actually performed really well. And I'll tell you how it did. So in 0 degrees, 4 or 5 degrees, I could keep this in my outside pocket all day. Works every time. When it was 0 degrees out and I had it outside all day in my outside pocket and it worked all day, every time I needed it, I was very, very impressed. The cold doesn't affect this like it does the torch lighters. I don't know what it is about the mechanism or whatever, something to do with the insert. I think it's probably just the way the butane's being delivered and the torch style makes it really finicky. But you don't get that in the Rose Gold. The Rose Gold is awesome. Sorry, I meant to say the Yellow Flame. I love the Rose Gold too, but the Yellow Flame's awesome. And to take it a step farther, I could go outside minus 10 degrees Celsius. I can go outside minus 10, have this in my pocket. It'll still work like in the first few hours having it in my outside pocket. Eventually, as time goes on, you're outside, 4 or 5 hours in the outside pocket, something happens to that thing. But I know most of you guys wouldn't be outside for 4 or 5 hours in -10. I bet you my boys in Alaska though do. But it still works. So if it was -10 and you were going to be outside for longer than a couple hours, you could put this in your inside pocket and it would be fine. But this thing performed really, really well in the cold. I was pretty impressed. The yellow flame insert is probably the best insert Zippo has ever offered. I absolutely love it. It's a big flame. It looks cool. It doesn't look like a regular insert. It's got that bubbly effect. Fits really nice. It's the only butane insert that could fit in a 35 replica, which is awesome because I do like the 35. And it works in the cold. I could carry this. I've been using it most of the winter. I've been pretty damn impressed with it. I don't know why. I think it's the soft flame, the way it delivers the fluid. It makes it perform better in colder temperatures because butane does flow in the cold. It doesn't completely freeze up. Like when you start getting into colder temperatures, yes, I think there's nothing you could do with butane. But, -20, -30, where I live in Canada, that only happens for about a month, 2 months out of the whole year. It's most of the winter, it's anywhere between -10 and below. So it's not that bad. You don't have to switch it up too much. The yellow flame is my favorite insert. I'm going to be using it all summer because now winter's coming to an end in Canada. I don't have to worry about it. So everything's going to be adding up there. And I love using the yellow flame insert, man. If you don't have one, I suggest you get one. Everyone, take care. I'll see you in the next video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, do all that fun stuff. And I'll see you in the next live stream, and I'll have another video for you in a few weeks. Take care.